lot of people ask us about how do you get input on a virtual meeting or a conference call? How do you make sure that everybody contributes? And that's where virtual meeting tools actually have an advantage over mere conference calls, because you can use the technology to drive participation, engagement, and input. If you're using a tool like WebEx or Skype for Business or something like that, try using the polling tool, particularly with larger groups. It's a great way of capturing not only people's thoughts, do you want option A, B, or C, but also you can track that everybody has participated, and it can be anonymous. If you're not using polling, maybe it's a smaller group, maybe the team has to have a lot of discussion, try a couple of other things. One is to use the whiteboard, list the options on the whiteboard, and then allow the participants to use a stamp tool, an X, an arrow, something where they can vote beside the option that they want to choose. Visually, it's going on, and that engages people and encourages participation, and it's also really easy to say option B got 5 votes, option A got 2, we're going with option B. You can simply use the chat. You can use IM or chat to get a vote. And that's good because you can tell who voted for what, and you can tell that everybody participated. On conference calls, it gets a little bit trickier, and that's where you pretty much have to rely on a voice vote, if you will. Although you could use instant message if the vote needs to be anonymous, and that way only the person receiving the messages would know who voted for what. But use a voice vote, and that is good because it also means people have to say, this is Bob, and I say option B. The only caveat here is make sure at the beginning of the call that people understand this vote will be taking place and they will be expected to participate. At the end of the day, these virtual meetings, whether they're conference calls or web meetings, need to get people's full participation, input, and best thinking. And using these tools to capture their input and create consensus is really a critical part of a manager's job. You can learn more about these techniques and other things in our Leading Effective Virtual Meetings class. Check the Remote Leadership Institute website for the next upcoming date.